Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play the Nameless mod.
Ah, there you are.
2.
I'm glad you made it here so quickly. This is quite important. My apartment is on the 4th floor on the right.
That is the guy who has summoned me for my mission. Let's do a little looking around. Technology today. Nano-Augs picked apart. The annual surveillance technology mess of 2004 near PDX National Airport. WorldCorp Incorporated revealed for the first time their latest product for industrial use, the automated DX brand security camera. And you know what? I kind of don't feel like reading that one out loud to you. I'm not going to read everything that I find. See, you can buy soda and coffee and liquor. Sup, drinks. And notice how when I click on this, it doesn't immediately spit out a candy bar or something and charge me 2 credits like the original game did, so that's one tiny little improvement.
Ah, Trustcon. Phasmatis is expecting you. Go right up. Beware of security, though. They haven't got much to do, so they tend to shoot at anything.
Oh, I can take care
Do you
of
like
that.
the place? I had it done up a while ago.
Forum City under lockdown. Recently, the news went out that from PDX HQ that Deus, Diablo, one of the elected moderators of Forum City, has disappeared without a trace. Not long after that, Phasmatis, who is another moderator of the city, receives a message from an anonymous sender stating that he had kidnapped Deus Diablo. Both the DxO terrorist cell and the president of WorldCorp, Scara B. King, are under suspicion. And until the crime has been solved, the city has been put under armed lockdown for the first time since the large-scale DxO terrorist strike half a year ago. However, while firewalls have been deployed to keep the city under control, help to solve the kidnapping is being sought from other places. The llama and goat cults have been denied responsibility, and they do indeed lack the motive to have committed such a horrible crime. When the kidnappers are found, they will be permanently banned from the city. Planet Deus X has issued a reward of 500 credits for anyone who can supply a valid lead in the case. Alright, so, people be kidnapped. What's this a key for? An apartment building basement. Here's Agent 47. This game has a lot of little shout-outs to a lot of video games. Now let's steal a can of Coke here. And, oh, well, I didn't get skilled in computers, did I? So we can't hack that. And what can we find here? This actually leads to the security area. So let's investigate this. No, we can't open this. That's... We can go here. There are the security dudes. And this is where I was just looking into. I think there's a security bot down here. There's like a spider bot or something. I don't have any lockpicks at all, so I can't get in there. I'm moving silently here so as to avoid detection. I don't have anything on me, do I? Just a can of Coke. Well, you know what? I'm just going to come back here later then. I don't want to go there either because there's a security guard out there. So let's just go back out where we came from. This is where the security guards are, right behind this door right here. And there's me with my 80s punk rock glasses. Oh, here's a news terminal. Frequently asked questions. I found a bug related to this forum. Please report any forum bugs to gtfo@forumplanet.com. Provide as much specific information as possible, including your browser name and version, what exactly you were doing when you found the bug, and any error message you received. Do I have to register? Nope, you can view the boards as a guest without registering or logging in. Some boards may require that you register in order to post, though. All registrations are handled through GameSpy ID. This means you only have one set of account information to remember and stay logged on when you visit other Forum Planet boards. So this is just kind of like the FAQ for a forum, you know, when you first go there and you want to see how they work. And that might actually be like almost copied and pasted out of their frequently asked questions. As you may have read in this morning's issue of the PDX newspaper, our moderator, Deus Diablo, has been abducted. It is still unknown to the administration who is behind this contemptible crime against the law enforcement system of our city, but all resources have been directed towards ensuring the stability of our community. An on-site specialist has been called in to lead the investigation. We will update you on his progress as he comes closer to apprehending the perpetrators. You are asked to help Trescon in any way you can. Tell him everything you know and otherwise do anything he asks of you. Any attempt to stop the investigation will be punished. Thank you for your cooperation. Warning! Spastic Monkey Virus. If you receive an email entitled Hello from Spastic Monkey, delete it immediately. Do not open it. Apparently this one is pretty nasty. It will not only erase everything on your hard drive, but it will also delete anything on disk within 20 feet of your computer. It demagnetizes the strips on all of your credit cards. It reprograms your ATM access code, screws up the tracking on your VCR, and uses subspace field harmonics to scratch any CDs you attempt to play. It will program your phone auto-dial to call only 900 numbers. The virus will mix antifreeze into your fish tank. It will cause your toilet to flush while you are showering. It will drink all your beer. For God's sake, are you listening? It will leave dirty underwear on the coffee table when you are expecting company. It will replace your shampoo with Nair and your Nair with Rogaine, all the while dating your current boyfriend behind your back and billing their hotel rendezvous to your Visa card. It will cause you to run with scissors and throw things in a way that is only fun until someone loses an eye. It will rewrite your backup files, changing all your active verbs to passive tense and incorporating undetectable misspellings that grossly change the interpretations of key sentences. If the Spastic Monkey virus message is open in a Windows 95-98 environment, it will leave the toilet seat up and leave your hairdryer plugged in dangerously close to a full bathtub. It will not only remove the forbidden tags from your mattresses and pillows, it will also refill your skim milk with whole milk. Warn as many people as you can. And if you don't send this to 5,000 people in 20 seconds, you'll fart so hard that your right leg will spasm and shoot straight out in front of you, sending sparks that will ignite the person nearest to you. Okay, so that's some of the humor in the game. Let's take the elevator up to see Phasmatis, shall we? What do you say, 4th floor? Elevators, elevators. He's the other direction, isn't he?
No, you're other right.
Yeah, whatever. I think there's stuff in here, idiot. There is stuff in here. So let's steal it. All of it. Spray paint. It's chemicals for Molotov cocktails, I guess. Whoops. Oh, prod charger. See, I love the prod. Screwdriver. Screwdriver's a weapon. They came up with some new melee weapons in this game. Let me turn on my light here. God, it's always so dark everywhere in this game. Aha.
Trescon, glad to see you made it.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. Every major street being locked off is a recent development, isn't it?
I'm sorry about that. It's part of the curfew. To limit the rioting, we locked off all the districts and put up guarded checkpoints at the barricades.
That's really necessary? It seems rather quiet out there.
That's because you haven't seen the bad districts. Even the West resident sector, the slums, is a day on the beach compared to some sectors. You can only access the 3 districts with subway stations at the moment. The corporate district, downtown, and the slums.
Those are 3 hubs of the game.
Tell me what's happened.
It's bad, very bad. Deus Diablo has been kidnapped, and with one of the moderators missing, this city's going to hell.
But you and Cashew are moderators too. Can't you handle it until DD is found?
No. What most people don't know is that Despot wouldn't trust his own mother to make him dinner. There's a safety measure, so we can't ban people without everybody agreeing. Without Deus, we can only try to correct their behaviour, and as soon as DxO finds out, they're gonna make my life hell.
Can't Despot do something?
Despot is impossible to contact. Something in his pants, I think.
Alright. Why am I here?
Find out who kidnapped Diablo and why. I got an anonymous email this morning. You can start by reading that. My login is Phasmatis, and my password is Antitheus. How you run the investigation is up to you. Just remember that you're here to find DD. I'd advise you to get someone influential to support you. You won't get to the bottom of this by yourself, and someone like King Cashew and the rest of the PDX gang can provide a lot of valuable help.
Just like the old days, eh?
Just like the old days, eh?
Not at all. You'd have much more freedom this time.
But basically, I'd be working with the same people, doing the same stuff.
Trescon, nobody wants to employ you full-time. You can just work freelance for us. You help PDX, we help you.
I'll think about it.
Yes, do that. Pay a visit to Sol's Bar and Grill. It's just down the road. It's a perfect place to pick up general info. You should remember Alpha Operator from back in the PDX CIS days. Remember his old code name was Sol. He owns the bar now.
Yeah, I remember. I think it opened a
I
few
think
months
that all
before
the
I
names
left.
in this game are from the actual
We said he'd
forums.
buy a bar if he ever made it to retirement. I never believed him.
You should probably equip yourself as soon as possible. Remember that the only place to load up around here is Raving's weapon shop. Your old
Weapons, my
gun's still
favorite.
locked up there. I hope you kept the password to the locker. Oh, and speaking of equipment, the safe in my bedroom contains an oil canister to help you on your way. It was confiscated at the checkpoint in the slums. The code
Log
is
canisters, I like
3467.
those too.
Thanks a lot. That'll be useful.
You're welcome. I think I owe you a favor anyway.
I'll check back when I found some. Before I leave, could you give me a rundown of this place again? I don't remember half the stuff about how the city works. Well, let's do this because we'll give you a
Before I leave,
background
could
in
you
case
give
you
me a
don't
rundown
know.
of this place again? I don't remember half the stuff about how the city works.
Think of foreign planet like the Matrix. It's a huge computer-generated illusion created to let people meet in a virtual environment and have enlightened discussions. Somewhat like a computer game. Most people here are real people, but some of them are just computer-generated clones, like the security guys in the lobby downstairs. There are many different cities on Foreign Planet, all ruled by small groups of volunteers. They're all called something with Planet. When people refer to Planet Half-Life, or PHL for short, they're talking about Planet Half-Life Forum City, for example. Saying Forum City could pretty much mean any of the cities on the planet, but the name generally refers to the city the speaker lives in. So if you hear somebody around here saying Forum City, you can assume it means Planet Deus X Forum City, and not PHL or Halo Planet.
The planet doesn't consist solely of cities though, does it?
No, of course not. Each city is more like a city-state with a surrounding and often extensive countryside. PHL has a lot of hilly countryside, with many roads good for driving around in buggies, for example. The environment around PDX Forum City consists mostly of mountains and cliffs, with the occasional highway, well-guarded factory,
How appropriate.
top-secret research complex.
Let's see. And PDX is also the name of a group of volunteers who
It's
run
all
this
coming
forum
back to me
city.
now. And PDX is also the name of the group of volunteers who run this forum city.
Planet Deus
Exactly.
Ex.
Despot is the official leader of the city, the administrator. He's got almost divine powers, admin powers. Nobody knows how he got them. In fact, we don't know much about Despot at all. We don't even know where he is. We only ever hear from him occasionally when he sends out the PM or a bulletin, and he never uses an avatar for his PMs.
Yeah, I remember that. And you, King Cashew, and Diablo, you're the moderators, which means you're invulnerable and have the ability to ban and control people. Isn't that the
Moderators
way it goes?
can't be killed.
It's a fair trade. We get a lot of responsibility and difficult duties, and in return, Despot makes us invulnerable. You have to remember that everyone here has an account which determines his appearance. The longer you've been here, the cooler your appearance. And when you kill someone, or frag them, or flame them, or whatever, they lose their accounts. As moderators, we have the power to ban someone entirely from ever creating a new account on these forums again, by sending them into a sort of limbo called ban space. I can name you quite a few people who would do anything to gain the position of a moderator. That's why we were so surprised when you turned down the nomination.
Yeah, so Trescon could have been a moderator, but he decided not to be. So I can only access downtown, corporate, and slum districts of the city?
I bet it did. So you say I can only access the downtown, corporate, and slum districts of the city?
Yes, because we chose to lock down the city. You shouldn't need to go anywhere else though. Sol's is here in downtown. PDX headquarters are in a building in the corporate district not far from the World Corp building. We used to be in a larger building, but it was blown up a few days ago, so we've moved the administration to the old GITM construction building.
The old HQ was blown up? By whom?
DXO, of course.
That stands
Some
for
people
Deus
claim
Ex
it's an accident,
Online.
but we're pretty sure it's deliberate. They usually don't kill people, but they've been growing increasingly
Guess
ruthless
that's a
recently, so I
competing
wouldn't put it past them
forum.
to arrange something like that.
Was anyone killed?
Just the driver. It was a car bombing and seems the explosive went off before he could clear the blast area.
Alright. Still sort of far